Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Harrison, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
So today we're going to talk about universal app campaigns. Harrison, can you talk a little bit about what this is and how you guys are leveraging it today?
Yeah, absolutely. So universal app install campaigns are advertising your app across all of Google's products. So you can do it via display, via YouTube, on the Google Play Store, on search, and within other apps.
So right now Google has 7 properties with over 1 billion users. You're telling me that you can reach your audience across each of these?
Yeah, absolutely. Universal app install campaigns reach each of those audiences on those different products.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, it's really great.
How are you guys leveraging it today?
Yeah, so there's a few different ways that you can optimize a UAC campaign. Number one, let's say you're targeting specific cities. You can get down to the zip code level and exclude certain zip codes that are not performing well, or bump up zip codes that are performing well and give them more spend. So you can geo-target really efficiently. The second thing you can do is manage your ad copy. So your ad copy and your metadata is how Google is going to find your most effective user. So you can split test different ad copies. The third and fourth thing involve YouTube and display. So you can upload up to 20 images for display, split test which ones are performing best, and you can upload up to 20 videos on YouTube. And so you can run app install campaigns on both of those products as well. The last thing is third-party data. So a lot of times apps will not just want to track installs, they'll want to track in-app actions like purchases or registrations. And so you want to have your third-party data inputted into Google's algorithm, make sure you're tracking those actions that are important to you.
Your agency is very performance-driven.
Yeah, absolutely.
So being able to A/B test all these different variations seems to really have worked well for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think at the end of the day, it's not just about installs, right? A lot of times we come into an app install campaign and we figure out, okay, what does it take to get the most efficient price per purchaser or per in-app action, like we were talking about.
Powerful stuff. If I'm a viewer and I want to know how to actually set up one of these campaigns, can you walk us through that process?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing you're going to want to do is connect your app to your Google account. Second thing you're going to want to do is make sure your conversions are set up for both Apple and for Android, as long as your app is on both of those. The third thing you want to do is make sure, after you have your conversion tracking set up for installs, make sure that you're importing third-party data to track any other action that matters to you. The reason that's important is because if you want to tell Google who's most likely to install the app, that might be important to you now, but eventually it's going to be important to tell Google who is most likely to purchase within the app, right? So it's whatever we're feeding the machine, that's who they're going to go and find.
And really being able to segment that audience based on what's working.
Exactly. So you might get a $1 install and you might think that's great, but no one's converting once they get in the app. So that's why it's important to have third-party tracking set up to make sure you're optimizing for in-app actions.
And really tracking it across that funnel.
Exactly.
And Harrison, you talked about third-party tools. What third-party tools have you guys been using?
Yeah, so we've used Adjust and Apps Flyer and a few others as well. It doesn't make a difference what tool you're using as long as it integrates with Google solutions and we can track in-app actions.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any final words?
The UAC campaigns are great to drive cheap installs. They're also great to drive cheap actions within the app. And I think if you combine UAC campaigns with maybe search and some YouTube campaigns, you can really find a lot of value with Google.
If I'm a viewer and I have an app,
right.
What would be the next steps if I want to potentially work with someone like a MuteSix?
Yeah, absolutely. We offer free consultations, free account audits. You just go ahead and reach out to us. We'll have an email in the description that you can reach out to, and we'll go from there.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.